Good Tuesday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. This is your outlook for January 21st, 2014. And we're going to start off with the GFS here. And we have this storm system that's going to be affecting our area today. And it's going to be a healthy snowstorm for some, actually for most of our coverage area. And we're going to have this area of low pressure here that's going to strengthen and move kind of in a direction just like this offshore here, but as it does so, it's going to really bomb out as it gets to right about here, and it's going to take with it a swath of heavy snow that's going to be oriented kind of like this, where we think the heaviest snows are going to be, and it's going to really cut off areas northwest of here with a very tight gradient northwest of, probably get up to about the southern Poconos, and then northwest of there, really not getting into too much in the way of snow. We're going to move ahead here in time here. This is actually Tuesday morning here, and you see here's our low pressure system, the snow breaking out across the Ohio Valley at that point, and then that's going to press in eastward here, and this is Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, and these are the dark blues here. This is heavy snow, and it's from Allentown and point southeast at this point, and also from Sussex, New Jersey, and point southeast. So that's where the heaviest snow is going to be. Still some moderate to heavy snow behind it here, but you see the cutoff here. It's really cut off as the system gets wrapped up, and there's going to be a tight gradient. So areas to the northwest here aren't going to get into that much here from Williamsport over to Scranton, maybe just north of Scranton. I think Scranton gets into it a little bit, but not really as much as you would get from, say, the Lehigh Valley and point southeast and Sussex and point southeast. So we'll have to keep an eye on this today. The overnight runs of the models did increase these totals a little bit, but we have already settled our final call, so we're not ready to adjust anything just yet. Next frame here is actually this is midnight, or actually 1 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday night, and it's starting to pull away at this point with a 990 millibar low, getting wrapped up and moving to the northeast, and now affecting New England with the heavy snow up near the Boston area and into Connecticut. I'm going to put the high-res NAM into motion here. This is the latest high-res NAM that we have here. It's going to be a future simulator radar, and it's going to take us through with the snow moving in here mid-morning on Monday morning, getting very, very heavy here as we get into the evening hours here, late afternoon and evening hours, and then this is going to loop again here. You're going to see the heavier snow that's going to move in from the west here again mid-morning, and then we start to get steady and then very heavy here as we get into the evening hours. So I think you're going to get a burst there of a couple hours of at least 1 to 2 inch an hour snowfall rate. So we get into some pretty hefty snowfall amounts because of that. And some of the NAM is also showing some banding here, and where this banding is taking place is where this heaviest axis of snow is, and that is probably south of the Harrisburg area, but it does include the Lehigh Valley up to Sussex, New Jersey, and point southeast. Now these models are assuming that this is a 10-to-1 ratio. It is not a 10-to-1 ratio. We're actually looking at ratios being about 20-to-1 sitting up in this area here. Up here in the Poconos, it's 30-to-1. And down here by Philadelphia, it's probably about 15-to-1. And then you get into South Jersey, you're probably talking about 12-to-1 down here, and also 12-to-1 down here. So the multiplier isn't as high. So this map here defaults at a 10-to-1 ratio, and if it's spitting out 6 inches and it's a 20-to-1 ratio, that means that you'd be looking at a foot, not just 6. Again, not ready to go there yet. We have a map out that is not quite as aggressive. It's very aggressive by the other companies that we've compared to in comparison, but we're not quite as aggressive as some of these models are going. Here's the RGEM. Pretty much falls in line with our final call. So let's get into that final call map here. We've got 6 to 10 inch plus here in the purple here area here, and that is probably south of the Lehigh Valley here, but just getting over from Lancaster over to Trenton, up to New York City, down to Philadelphia, northern Delaware, and pretty much most of South Jersey are in that 6 to 10 range, and this large area of 4 to 8 inches surrounding it in the blue, 2 to 4 further northwest up into the Poconos, and then as you get into far northern PA, we're talking about an inch or two of snow, because that's too far away from the center of the axis of the storm. Now, We do have this red circled area as well. This is a wild card area where we think the best banding will take place, and this where the numbers can be skewed a little bit higher, or the best potential for that to happen. So even though that places like Reading and Allentown were in the 4 to 8 here, this can go a lot higher than that if or can at least go higher than 8 inches in this area because it's in this red circle here, and it does have the potential to do that. We'll use radar trends on Tuesday to see how that transpires and see where the best banding sets up. Although that banding can really increase totals in a hurry for some areas. We go back to GFS now, and this is for the rest of the week now. We've got a slight system moving here on Thursday, very weak, and it's going to touch off a few snow showers. Not a big deal on Thursday afternoon, and then we clear out for Friday. Another system comes in for Saturday, late Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. It's actually putting down a pretty decent amount of snow here for snow showers. Might get some accumulations out of this as well, as a very strong low pressure system moves up here into southeastern Canada and is moving east to our east of our area here, but that will have to be watched for Saturday. But it doesn't look like a big deal yet. And then we have another system yet again that's going to be moving in here Monday night. Very similar to the one we just had here, but this doesn't show as quite as amped as the system that is happening today. So a couple systems to keep an eye on. Very fast flow here, but again, one of these systems can just like happen today. We can have one blow up and overperform a little bit. And in today's case, a lot of an overperformance, but we might have an overperformer here once or twice in this next 7-day period as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, as an active period seems to be taking place and taking shape over the next week or so. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for January 21st, 2014. Have a great Tuesday.